Hi, Officer Potak.
Hi, it's Officer Best.
And today we're here at Garden City Greenhouse, which is located at 1422 4th Street in North Catasauqua. And behind us you can see some of the stuff they have for sale. They sell hay bales, pumpkins, mums, some really cool Halloween decorations.
Witches.
So we encourage you to come out here and take a look, decorate your house with some nice Halloween decorations.
And speaking of Halloween, today's book, since this is now October, can you believe that already? It's October. Spookly the Square Pumpkin. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookly wasn't like his friends, where they had curves, he had ends. Spookly was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookly the pumpkin wasn't round. Spookly the pumpkin, he was square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookly sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookly wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed around pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing. What a sight. Spookly sat there filled with fright, but glad to be a square that night. Suddenly, the fence gave way. 3 pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Spookly knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried. It sounded like me trying to get out of bed in the morning. And finally flipped. He was on his side. That is me.
Or the beanbag chairs.
Or the beanbag chairs. Again he tipped. Again he flopped. Again he flipped. And then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped. He blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookly the Square Pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack, with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one, laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense. Now that sounds like me. Was wedged against a broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, But there was brave little Spookly sitting straight, strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spooklys were the most special that had ever grown. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. But
Probably be easy to carve a square pumpkin.
some were cubes and some were rectangle. Some were flat and others triangle. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookly's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too. And then they'll go tell someone who'll go tell another, and maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover.
Absolutely true.
And that is the story of Spookly, the square but very special pumpkin.
I like that.
That was a good book.
Shows you that it's okay to be different.
Yeah.
Sometimes being different is the right thing.
Exactly.
So just remember, boys and girls, even mothers, fathers, we don't have to try to be like somebody else. Be yourself. Be different. There's nothing wrong with being different. So embrace who you are and, you know, enjoy who you are, and don't let anybody tell you that it's not okay to be different, because it is.
Look at the two of us. What we've been doing since March is different than what anybody else is doing, because we put our heads together, we brainstormed, we thought of ideas, because we both want to stay connected with the people in our communities, and we want to stay connected with our students from school.
Absolutely.
So we try to come up with some a little bit out of the box thinking, not only reading our books, but going to different locations, doing different things like riding the sliding boards or on the merry-go-rounds or the swings. We've met a lot of really good people. We've had some really good adventures, and there's more to come. Right? There's more to come. So thank you for joining us today here at the Garden Center in North Caddy. Please come out and visit and patronize them. They've got some beautiful mums, pumpkins,
Absolutely.
straw bales. They've got all kind of Halloween decorations. I think this thing is my favorite.
I know. I think Officer Bess is going to be leaving with this
I
one.
think this is my favorite.
We'll post it on top of his patrol car. She can drive with him. I like that. That's really neat.
I like that too.
Yeah, there's some really nice stuff here. So if you're out and about, stop by and check them out. Shove her down in there. Yeah,
Well,
that's really cool.
now that I've got all myself all dirty here being around straw, it's time for me to get out of here and clean up. So you know what I'm going to be doing? Telling you to stay well, stay safe, do your best in school. If you're in online learning, make sure you're getting logged on every day.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to school, make sure that you wash your hands.
Bye.